Hook. Every 15 seconds, a construction worker dies somewhere on Earth. Not a statistic. A real person. Gone. But construction workers aren't even close to the most dangerous engineers on the planet. There are people who do jobs so insane, so technically demanding, so brutally unforgiving, that one wrong calculation doesn't just kill them. It kills everyone around them. And some of these people earn less than your average office worker. That's the world we're about to walk into. Promise. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to meet the engineers who work inside active volcanoes, who hang from skyscrapers with nothing but a harness, who defuse bombs using math, and who dive into the ocean at depths that would crush a car like a soda can. We're counting down the 5 most dangerous engineering jobs on Earth. Real jobs, real numbers, real consequences. Stick around because number 2 is going to make your stomach drop. Section 1. Let's start with high-rise construction engineers. These are the people who don't just design skyscrapers. They physically work on them. At heights of 1,500 to 2,700 feet. In wind speeds that can hit 80 miles per hour. On platforms the width of a single plank. The Burj Khalifa was built with over 12,000 workers on site daily. Every single one of those people trusted an engineer's calculations with their life. Every single day. If a load-bearing calculation is off by even 3%, an entire floor can collapse. That's not a typo. 3%. The margin between standing and catastrophic failure is razor thin. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, falls alone kill over 300 construction workers every year in the U.S. Globally, the number is closer to 60,000 annually. And the engineers overseeing these sites? They're responsible for every single one of those lives. When the wind picks up and the scaffolding starts to sway, there's no desk to hide behind. You're out there, making decisions in real time, with lives on the line. Pretty wild, right? But compared to what's coming next, high-rise work is almost relaxing. Section 2. Number 4. Explosive Ordnance Disposal Engineers. EOD Specialists. These are not just soldiers with wire cutters. These are highly trained engineers who use physics, chemistry, and electrical engineering to disarm devices that want to kill them. An improvised explosive device can contain anywhere from 2 pounds of explosive material to over 500 pounds. The blast radius of a 500-pound bomb? About 1,800 feet of lethal fragmentation. That's 6 football fields of death in every direction. EOD engineers have to approach that alone, slowly, using math. They analyze circuit designs, study detonation triggers, calculate safe standoff distances, all while knowing that one wrong move ends everything instantly. The U.S. military reports that EOD technicians face a fatality rate roughly 10 times higher than the average soldier in combat zones. 10 times. These engineers earn around $50,000 to $90,000 a year. Let that sink in. People defusing 500-pound bombs for less than $100,000. And here's the part that'll keep you up at night. Some of those bombs are booby-trapped specifically to kill the engineer trying to disarm them. Someone sat down and engineered a trap for the person trying to save lives. That detail right there? That's what makes this job unlike anything else on Earth. But we haven't even gotten to the job that operates in an environment that's actively trying to kill you from the moment you arrive. Wild fact. Before we go further, stop and think about this. The deepest point on Earth is the Mariana Trench at 36,000 feet below sea level. The pressure down there is 16,000 pounds per square inch. That's enough force to crush a submarine like a tin can. But engineers have built machines that go there. And humans have ridden in them. Only 22 people have ever been to the Mariana Trench. That's fewer people than have walked on the moon. The engineering required to keep a human alive at that depth is so extreme that every single component has to be perfect. One hairline crack in the hull means instant death. No warning. No escape. Just gone. Keep that number in your head. 16,000 pounds per square inch. We're coming back to it. Section 3. Number 3. Subsea pipeline engineers. These are the people who design, build, and repair oil and gas pipelines on the ocean floor. At depths of up to 10,000 feet, the pressure at 10,000 feet is roughly 4,400 pounds per square inch. Your car tires hold about 35. These engineers work from specialized vessels using remote-operated vehicles. But saturation divers sometimes go down physically. Saturation diving means living in a pressurized chamber for up to 28 days straight. Your body saturates with the breathing gas mixture. You decompress over 12 days at the end. You cannot speed that up. If you do, nitrogen bubbles form in your bloodstream. It's called decompression sickness. It can paralyze you, kill you, burst your eardrums, collapse your lungs. Saturation divers who are also engineers earn up to $180,000 per dive rotation. Sounds like a lot. Then remember they spend a month inside a metal tube the size of a large van, with 3 other people, at the bottom of the ocean. If something goes wrong with the chamber, there's no quick rescue. You cannot just open the hatch. The pressure would kill everyone instantly. These engineers have to be completely self-sufficient. They repair trillion-dollar infrastructure while managing their own survival simultaneously. And just when you think that's the most isolated job imaginable, wait until you hear about number 2. Section 4. Number 2. Volcanologists and geothermal engineers. There are people who walk into active volcanoes on purpose, with instruments, taking measurements. These aren't scientists who observe from satellites. They're engineers who descend into calderas with temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Lava flows move at speeds between 1 and 35 miles per hour. At 35 miles per hour, you cannot outrun it. You cannot outrun it. The engineering challenge is enormous. Sensors melt. Equipment fails. The ground literally moves beneath your feet. Geothermal engineers build power plants directly on volcanic activity zones. Iceland gets 66% of its energy from geothermal sources. That's an engineering miracle built on top of one of the most violent geological forces on Earth. One engineer, Katja Kraft, spent 23 years documenting volcanic activity up close. She knew the risks better than anyone. She died in 1991 when Japan's Mount Unzen erupted unexpectedly. The pyroclastic flow traveled at 100 miles per hour. Nobody could outrun that, but her data has since saved hundreds of thousands of lives by improving eruption prediction models.